This is probably one of the most versatile lures ever made. It's a vibe. For people that don't know, these little things of vibes are very easy to use, and they'll catch a very large variety of fish. And I'll explain a little bit about them as we go along. You can get vibes in different types of vibes. So this one here, you can see it's a soft vibe. It's got a rubber tail. This is one of the most common ones. You can also get them as in they're metal ones, and used to call them blades, or we do call them blades. And these little ones are little crackers. And the other ones you can get are just your hard body ones, like that. This one's got a tungsten bib, and this one here, it's got the weight just inside. And the whole idea of vibes is they're very easy to use. Like, one of the simplest lures to use is you can cast them out in retrieval, or the main way a lot of us use them is usually out in the boat, and we up and down what we call teabagging. And with vibes, when you drop them down, keep a slow controlled drop of them, because these get hit quite often on the drop. Is when they get to your desired depth or the bottom, you just lift your rod slowly, and as you're pulling this up slowly, these things will start vibrating. Hence named vibe. They'll start vibrating, and you'll feel it through your rod tip and the line, and that's as fast as you need to go. So we just lift up and let it vibrate, and when your rod's up nice and high, drop your rod tip, slow control drop, let it drop back down, and then do it again and teabag. And that works so well from river mouths. If you're fishing like lakes, for Barra to down south, even chasing trout. Trout love vibes. Aussie bass, just in fresh water, you can use vibes. River systems, if you want to go chase a few, like slowly drift through the channels, you can slowly, what we call teabag, these things to chase large flatheads sitting on the bottom. School Jew to offshore, chasing snapper. These things work everywhere, and I've been using them up here on the reef. It's one of my favourite lures up here on the reef, and the amount of reef fish you hook on these things, unbelievable. From trout to lipper, everything else, these get smashed. Trevally, all sorts. They're just a good all-round lure. So if you're new to lure fishing and you're not sure, on all the different techniques, go grab yourself a vibe. They catch, like I said, a lot of species, and they're very simple to use. The other way you can use your good old vibes, I'll hold another one up here, is you can actually cast them out in retrieval. Like, cast them out, you let them sink to the bottom, and then just a slow wind, pull your, take your slack out, then lift your rod, and you'll feel it vibrate. Then just let it drop to the bottom, wind up your slack, and do it again. That's a good way to get a few flathead. Flathead love vibes, and I've caught a lot of school Jew and stuff doing it that way as well. I know a lot of the brim guys and stuff like using these little, what they call switchblades or blades. These are deadly little lures. They're still a vibe on brim. You go cast these around like the pylons or pontoons in the canals, and just a very slow wind, lift, not wind. You'll feel these things kick like mad, vibrate, then drop them down, and then just do it again. And retrieve. You can cast into the ponds and retrieve them back to your boat. They work very well. Mangrove jacks in them, all sorts. Like I said, I've got some friends and stuff down south, and they've been using these little switchblades in their natural colours in the dams and getting trout on them. Look at that, these little tiny tackets. And this is full metal too, so this looks small, but on a nice light 4 or 6 pound outfit, 2500 reel, 6 pound braid, you cast this thing an absolute mile. So you can cast it out and work it back. And you don't always have to let them sink to the bottom. You don't need to bounce them off the bottom. You're not chasing flathead with plastics. You can have these things like let them sink down mid-water, then pull back, let it vibrate, then let it sink a little bit, wind up your slack line and pull back before it gets to the bottom, so you can work actual mid-water. And that's what the guys down south do, and they do very well for trout and redfin. Redfin smash them apparently. I reckon redfin's a bit of a pain in the butt on these things. Okay. What I was going to do with these one day, I haven't got around to it yet, but since I'm up here in the tropics, I wonder if these would work for JPs like jungle perch and sooties. I reckon they would. In the deeper holes in these little freshwater rivers up here, it'd probably work quite well. But like I said, out in the reef, this is my favourite lure. And the other good thing about these is, a lot of people don't use it this way, is when you go to, this country is full of big piers. There's piers like jetties around this country everywhere. These are a good thing to work those jetties, and I'm not talking about casting out away from the jetty, because most of the fish, as we know, are under your feet. The pylons hold the bait brings the predators in. So if you go from pylon to pylon and just teabag these, drop them down, and then just lift them up, and you just teabag each pylon, give it half a dozen lifts, and then go to the next pylon, the next pylon, the next pylon. You'd be surprised on what species you're going to hook on these things. The danger is there. You're fishing around the jetty pylon, so there's a good chance you're not going to get them back, but you're going to hook some good fish doing it. Cod, Barra, jacks, depends on where you are in the country. Down south, I'm pretty sure, like down south, salmon and stuff, like Aussie salmon would smash these things. Tailor, I know Tailor even because I caught a lot on the Gold Coast, but use harder body ones, that way, you know, they don't bite the tails off. They'll bite the tails off, buggers. Not a bad lure, these things, eh? And there are a few different types you can go get now. They don't all look like these. They don't all look like fish. Like the fish traps, they're fish traps. Also a soft one, but they've got a curl tail on them, and they're a very popular one. It's not my favourite, but a lot of guys like the fish traps. These are TT Quakes. This is my favourite. The other good one is Samaki Vibalicious. They're like this, but they've just got a fork tail. Similar to this, but the forks are a little bit skinnier. So Samaki Vibalicious is a very good one too. And another one that's out and a lot of people are raving about and do really well on, especially offshore waters, is just the Nomad in Squidtrex. Your Nomad, your Squidtrex, they look like a squid, but they're actually a vibe. Same way, you drop them to the bottom, you lift them up and they'll vibe and let them, you know, back down, teabag or cast them out and work them back that way. But they're a vibe too, the Squidtrex, and a really good offshore one for a lot of different species. So they come in, like I said, different shapes, different sizes. They can be hard, they can be rubber, they can be metal, and they all work extremely well. They're just one of the, I reckon, one of this country's best all-round lures, and so simple to use. And as a beginner, if you're a beginner and new to fishing, get yourself a vibe. They do work really well. And the main tip I'm going to tell you with vibes is don't work them too fast. I see guys go out and they rip back, like they wind fast and they rip really fast and wind and rip. Getting excited. Don't do that, guys. Just take it slow and easy, and just lift your rod slow enough, you'll feel the start vibrating. When it's vibrating, the vibe's working. That's it. It's as fast as you need to go. You don't have to rip too fast. Unless you're casting across some shallow reef or something like I do, and you've probably seen me do it in videos in the past, and I rip and wind quite quickly, but I'm only fishing a metre of water with reef underneath me. I'm getting it going just under the subsurface, so I'm working it faster. But if you're in deep water, you don't need to do that. Let it sink, then just lift, let it vibrate, and okay, or up and down teabagging. And for the land-based guys, get yourself one of these, go to your local jetty, drop it down and teabag each pylon. You could catch snapper down south, salmon, up here the tropics, jacks, barra, cod, whatever it is under your jetties. They'll probably have a crack of a vibe, and don't be scared to hit fresh water with them too, guys. As I said, impoundments up here for Barra, definitely. As you go down south, southeast Queensland, if you want to go chase bass and toga, they eat vibes. If you want to go further south and chase trout, they eat vibes. Just go your smaller, more natural colours, but they eat them, definitely. Redfin, love them. I'm even sure the perch down south in Victoria will have a crack at them too. I don't see why not. So many. You can use them anywhere, inshore, offshore, everywhere. Anyway guys, I've had enough of this one. Friday's video is coming up, and what I was going to do with that one is just talk about, do your lures really get to the depth they say on the box? So stick around for that one. We'll have a chat about how deep your lures actually get. Do they get to the 6 and 8 metres? We'll find out. We'll have a little discussion and see what you think. Other than that, thanks for listening guys. Go get yourself a vibe, give it a crack, and see you Friday.